Welcome to Vernon Vapers. I want to show you this new jig that I made to rebuild the iClear 30S, which is a really simple build. I enjoy doing it. It's fun. First, before I get into building this though, I mentioned in my last video that I don't use the silica wicks anymore. I have no need for them. I found a new material, and actually it's butcher twine. It's amazing how well it wicks. I can't get over it. Different sizes. I can wick, and let's all stick together. Different sizes of wicks. This is 100% cotton. It's biodegradable. The one thing you want to do is, like any cotton that you would use, would be to boil it for a good 10 minutes if you can. And that's the heavier cotton. This stuff here, once you boil it, it puffs up. Let it dry, and put a knot in the end though, because you don't want it to unravel on you. One of my little tricks too is to take a little bit of glue on the end and scrunch it down, squash it, let the glue take, and what you end up doing is it's like a shoelace, but it wicks so beautifully. I'll show you how fast it is. I pre-made one of my coils, one of these guys, and I'm just gonna wick it, and I'll show you how quick it is. We're done. Cut it. Install it. Very cool, very fast. It's awesome. I love it. I'm going to use the heavier wick. This stuff, again, say boil it. It's butcher twine. So you're going to cook your food with it. You're going to wrap your roast. You're going to tie up your turkeys. There's different gauges. What size it is, I honestly don't know. It doesn't say. But that's 400 feet. I'll never buy wick again, ever. And I use this in everything, from the iClear 30S to my big dripper. And it is incredible in my big dripper. I use the shoelace concept, and I can change it in a heartbeat. I'll look from my other can. I was going to show you a wick that I pulled out of my big dripper. It ran for 2 weeks. There isn't a mark on it. It just wicks so well. There's no dry burns. None. It's beautiful. So here, let's build this iClear 30S. We'll assemble it and show you how I do it. Okay, can you zoom right on here? I'll change my up close glasses. What it is really is just I put the chimney on it, took a hacksaw, and cut my grooves the same height as my chimney, and it works beautifully. So now at this point, the silicone covers that are on your wicks on the iClear 30S, when you pull it apart, pull those wick covers off. I think it's silicone. They can take the heat. I tried shrink wrap, didn't work. It was horrible. Anyway, just take your wick and your coil, give it a little pull, stretch it out a bit, and stuff her down in there. Boom, we're in. Now I'm going to take my second wick. String cut. I'm going to take another wick, and just to give a spacer between them, so that they don't make contact. Don't need that. Crisscross. You're going to go in this way and just work it down into the middle. And what this little bamboo jig does, it keeps all your coils centered for you. So when you do put your chimney on, it's going to work out really well. Now I'm going to take my two negative guys, let's give them a little twist together. My two positive guys, give them a little twist together. Stop sneaking out. Hasn't gone wrong. Just being annoying there. Now, okay, the highest wick I want on the longest notch. Come on. There we go. Here's your silicone, what do you call it, spacer? What's the word I'm looking for?
Insulator.
Insulator, yeah, that's it. Insulator. Put your grounds on the outside, hugging the chimney wall, and your positive come up through the center. Okay. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm simply going to cut off my negatives. Totally cut it off. And right now I don't mind cutting off my positives either. I'm just going to take them right off. Because this post has two parts. The second one will actually make contact. That's your bottom pin. And I'm just going to stuff this guy in here. There we have it. Now, hang on to your wicks to pull off your jig. Throw that away. That's a good little tool. She's inside now. Nicely centered. Awesome. Put in your vise. Try and keep it as straight as possible. And just press her to get back together. Check your wires. That's good. Alright, there you have it. Assembled. Now, you can put the this, I don't know what to call this, the wick shield or just decoration. I also call it the device that some people don't know how to take it off, so you can't rebuild these apparatus. Take your wicks down to your collar and cut them off. I'm going to put the that collar on so you see it. I prefer the iClear 30S without it. I think it ruins the. It kind of compresses it a little too much. First off though, you will find where I press this back together, you're going to have a tiny leak, and I have a way around that. Okay, now I have been getting like leaks come down through the bottom and some gurgling, which I didn't want, and it's right here, this little spot. So what I thought I'd do is I just run a little tiny bit of hot glue around it. It only acts like a gasket. It doesn't, you don't taste it. I don't think it's doing me any harm. I don't know. If you can come up with another solution for this part, let me know, please. But I've used it on several others, and it did not degrade. It didn't break up. When it shrinks, it closes right up on it. It acts like a gasket, and like I say, it's not breaking down. I thought maybe try just a little rapicellophane before I press it together. That might give issues too. I don't know, but this seems to work well for me. I'm not having any problems with it. Like I say, it's not getting heat in that area anyway. It's just a matter of a tiny leak which goes down into your mod, and I'm not a fan of that. So, okay, now I'm going to show you. Okay, this is the guy rebuilt. How to put your sleeve back on, sleeve collar thingy guy. This guy. Okay, really all you gotta do is just slide it back over, straighten your wicks out. And again, you might have to do a little bit of trimming. Put this guy back in there to protect a little bit. Put it back in your vise. And press. There you have it. Other than that, I'm loving these wicks. It's amazing how good they are. Here's show you an example of how puffy it gets. This is the wick before boiling, and this is the wick after boiling. Like I say, tie a knot into it. It's 100% cotton, biodegradable, and for $6, you'll have wick for the rest of your life. So like and please subscribe. We hope to see you again. Take care. Have a good one.